Hello and welcome to this new video. So in this video I want to show you how to configure 802.1x. Before do that, just a small recap why you should set up in your network 802.1x. The reason is, first of all, in the zero trust framework. So like this, all users are authenticated to the network. Secondly, is automatic VLAN. Each user, for example, if you have a department marketing and marketing is in VLAN 80, wherever the user connect the laptop and the network via cable or via Wi-Fi, the user always will be in VLAN 80, and so on and so on. And of course, monitoring, reporting, you can trace the user, the activity of the user, so there is a lot of benefit. Now, well, let's go to have a look what I did. So this one is the lab. The lab is this small part. I have Windows Server 2019, then Windows 10, and Cisco switch. So have a look of Windows Server first. Windows Server, unfortunately, I cannot make more bigger than this because it works like that, unfortunately. So shut down this one. So let's log in. What do you need for setup 802.1x in your network? Of course, domain controller. Then you need Active Directory. You need the DHCP. You need the NPS, so radius and policies. Then you need the certificate authority. In some cases, if you looking at some other guide on internet, somebody else will tell you to install even the web server for auto enrollment, but you can do with the GPO, so it's not mandatory the web server. But it's really up to you. So what I create here under Active Directory, one user, in this case Valerio, another user. Then I have this group, network access level 15 is because it's allowed me to log in on the switch. Then user 802.1x. Inside the user, the members are administrator Valerio, and I should put even user here. But let me create another user because I will show you something later on. User 1, user 1, password, of course, always a very strong password. So admin 123, admin 123. Then next, okay. So open the user. Then email, you have to add the email here. So user at crazynet.local. Apply and okay. That's all. You have nothing else to do. Oh, of course, you need to add the user and the group 802.1x. User 1, okay, and okay. This one, I did this one for you because like this is more easy to understand something about certificate, because the configuration itself, it's not complicated. But the problem is the enrollment of the certificate. Guys, if you do something wrong with the enrollment of certificate, this configuration will never, ever work and you get mad. So NPS server, radius client, in this case I have the switch. Then connection request policy. Here is VLAN 80. The name should be machine, computer, or something like that, because it's not related really to the VLAN 80. But anyway, let's have a look inside what I set here. Nothing special under overview. Conditions, NAS port type, Ethernet or wireless. Settings, everything like this. So basically, there is nothing to do here. Very simple. Network policy instead, we have here three policy. I have three policy because, of course, let me expand this one a bit better. There is a way. Okay. Anyway, I have a machine authentication, VLAN 80, and network access level 15, as I told you before, is because regarding the switch access. So machine authentication, you need to create a two policy because one is related to the machine, one is related to the user. So just keep in mind to select in your user account dial-in properties, condition, so machine groups, domain computers. Of course, if you have the your Active Directory have the structure, of course you have to select the right group for your computer. Even here, NAS property Ethernet in this case. Then the other tab is for the authentication mode, Microsoft Smart Card or other certificate. Then just go here, edit. You will find this one when you have your certificate. So when the enrollment of the certificate is already done. So in this case, I have my certificate, CrazyNet. Then the rest will be default. You have nothing to touch. Session standard. Then you have to set IDs. So frame protocol PPP, service type framed, tunnel medium type 802.1x, type PVT group ID is the VLAN ID, and then tunnel type virtual LAN. Vendor specific nothing, and the rest will be like default. That's all. And this is regarding the NPS server. Then we have a certificate. And under the video description, I will leave a link for you. Then you can find, in my opinion, pretty good guide regarding how to enroll the certificate in this case. Because even in this case, you have to enroll two certificates, one for the machine, one for the user. So I create, you need to click on certificate templates, then manage, then we open the list of the templates. Then you need to create this one, for example, computer, right click, duplicate template. And as a result, you will have like this. In this case, mine, I name it machine authority, authentication, user authentication. Inside, let's have a look what I did inside. Properties. No, 1 second. Manage. User authentication, machine authentication, okay. And properties. Compatibility, I left Windows 2012, but you can put even Windows 2016. Of course, it depends what kind of server you have. But anyway, certificate, I select Windows 8 and Windows Server 2012. Then request handling, signature encrypted, everything is like this, default. Security, instead, let me see, is a domain computer, because we are talking about domain, we are talking about computer here, no user. Domain computer, you need to select enroll and auto enroll. Then, if you want even read, you need to select. In this case, it's not because I deploy the certificate by manually, but you need to select even read. Basically, the same things you have to do with the user. Nothing fantastic. So, user authentication. So, compatibility, same. Request handling. Allow the private key to be exported. Then security. Then you see here there is my group, 802.1x. So read, enroll, and auto enroll. Basically, that's all. Then once you did this one, you can go to your group policy management. Now, because this one is just a lab, just a test, I create the policy under the domain, the default domain policy. But of course, you shouldn't do that. But anyway, I show you how to create the policy. You go edit, and under computer, Windows, then security. Then we need to look in for a public key policy. And this one, the last one, certificate services client auto enrollment. Then you need to go to properties and say enable. And check the two boxes over here. So cancel, same things even for user, policy, then Windows, then security, public key policy, certificate service client auto enrollment properties, enable, and that's all. Let's have a look about the switch configuration. Very simple. Show run. So this one is the radius configuration. Then this is in my case, is my port configuration for 802.1x. And that's all. Now, Windows. Windows 10, the client. Let's log in. I'm logging as administrator because otherwise all the time asking for a password, I will lose lost time. Now, in order to see under the Ethernet properties authentication, you need to go to services. At the bottom of the page, you will see wired autoconfig need to be enabled, and the service has to start automatically because by default is manual and disabled. Then when you open Ethernet properties, you will see authentication. Then let's have a look over here. Enable 802.1x, of course. Select, this case I have lots of choice, but select certificate, settings, and then you will see here Crazy Server 1. So CrazyNet Server 1 is the certificate. Then I have to select this one. Then additional settings. Here you see user or computer authentication. And you need to enable single sign-on for this network. That's now the certificate. You need to be sure. You can see this Windows by open mmc.exe. And under certificate, the current user, you see, personal, certificate, and I have administrator. Under instead the local computer, personal, certificates, and I have the computer name. This computer is called desktop something, so I have the computer name. You need to be sure the certificate is there, because what happened? You have a problem. If your enrollment is not good, you have basically three options in front of you. So the certificate is not on your computer. The network is not authenticated. You don't have a network and VLAN, of course. Or the computer have the certificate under user, but no computer. So you are not able to log in for the first time in your domain. That is the reason why I create before a user one. Or you have the certificate under computer but not under user. That means the computer will be able to log in, but you don't really get the network. So, in fact, now if you come back here, if I go to show, let me see. Of course, guys, you need to forgive me, but the speed is not very fast because everything works under 1 VM, so it's pretty heavy. So now If the certificate is no enrollment, the computer certificate in this case, when you log in with a new user, for example, the new joiner in your company come to the service desk and ask for a new laptop, no? For example. So you have to log in with his credential or his or her credential for the first time. So when you log in, if you don't enroll the computer certificate, you will not be able to log in on the network. Simple as that. User 1, admin 1, 2, 3, and bang, it works. Instead, otherwise, you receive a message, network not available for this domain, and the story ends. Now, of course, start hello, let everything else, we are getting everything ready for you, blah, blah, blah. But we know this story. So, this one is how to set. Just to keep in mind, under the video description, you will find the guide for enroll the certificate. The rest of the guide, I think, is good, but some steps you can just skip if you don't need, of course. But you set up 802.1x in your network and give you a lot of benefit. One of most is the security. So no one can come to your network and plug the cable and enjoy the internet or enjoy the network. No. Under the switch configuration, you can set even on guest VLAN if you want. So, like, some consultant can join at the office, for example, then he can connect to the network and just get internet like a VLAN guest. You can do that if you want. The configuration is very simple as well, no problem. So if this video is helpful for you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and thank you for watching.